Don't surrender your power. Take control and thrive. Part 1. Grabbing attention. Have you ever felt like life is happening to you instead of for you? Do you often find yourself overwhelmed by external pressures, as if your power and sense of control are slipping away? In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the constant demands of others, the expectations of society, and the myriad challenges life throws your way. But what if there was a way to regain control, not just over your circumstances, but over your very mind and destiny? Story example. Consider the story of Maya. She had the job, the family, the house, and all the trappings of success. On the outside, everything looked perfect, but beneath the surface, Maya was struggling. Each day felt like a race she couldn't win. The stress from work piled up. Her relationships were strained, and she felt increasingly distant from the woman she used to be. No matter how hard she worked, she never seemed to find peace. The constant noise of expectations from her family, colleagues, and society weighed heavily on her. Her energy, her vitality, and her joy were all fading. Maya realized that, despite having everything she thought she wanted, she had lost control of her own peace and happiness. This story, though fictional, mirrors a common experience. It represents a feeling that many people can relate to, a sense of powerlessness in the face of external demands. But what if there were a way for Maya to reclaim that power? What if the wisdom of ancient Buddhist teachings could offer her a path to regain control, inner peace, and personal strength? The path to reclaiming your personal power can often seem elusive, especially in the face of life's constant demands. Yet, Buddhist teachings provide profound insights into how we can cultivate inner peace, strength, and emotional resilience. This article explores how the wisdom of Buddhism, through practices such as mindfulness, meditation, compassion, and non-attachment, can help us break free from external pressures and rediscover our inner power. Buddhism teaches that true power is not derived from external circumstances but from mastering our inner world. It invites us to challenge our attachments, dissolve our fears, and find a deep sense of peace amidst the chaos. By reclaiming our personal power, we can learn to live authentically, with clarity, balance, and joy, regardless of the external circumstances. Why this matters? In a world where so many forces pull us in different directions, it's easy to feel disempowered. Society's pressures, personal struggles, and the fast pace of modern life can leave us feeling lost, anxious, or overwhelmed. But reclaiming your personal power is not just about regaining control, it's about finding freedom. It's about learning how to live on your own terms, creating a life where peace, joy, and balance are not just fleeting moments, but lasting qualities of your existence. Buddhist teachings offer practical tools that help us regain our personal power. Whether you're facing burnout, stress, or emotional overwhelm, these teachings can offer guidance to bring you back to a place of calm and self-assurance. Reclaiming your power through these practices is not just a mental or emotional shift. It's a spiritual awakening that can transform your life from the inside out. Building motivation. This article is not just for those interested in Buddhism or spirituality. It's for anyone who feels overwhelmed or disconnected from their true selves. Whether you are struggling with work stress, personal challenges, or simply feeling lost, the teachings of Buddhism provide a roadmap for overcoming obstacles and regaining control. You don't need to be a monk, or even an expert in meditation, to begin this journey. All it takes is a willingness to explore, an openness to growth, and the courage to take the first step toward reclaiming your inner power. As you read this article, remember that this is a gradual journey. Reclaiming your personal power does not happen overnight, and it's not about perfection. It's about taking small, consistent steps toward greater awareness, inner peace, and freedom. Every step you take will bring you closer to the powerful, peaceful life that is waiting for you. Part 2. The truth about power and personal freedom. Defining power in Buddhism. In Western society, Power is often defined by external factors such as wealth, social status, and influence. However, in Buddhism, true power is something entirely different. Buddhist teachings emphasize that true power comes from mastering the self, our thoughts, emotions, and reactions. It is a power that is grounded in spiritual strength, emotional resilience, and inner peace. The mind, in Buddhist philosophy, is both the source of suffering and the key to liberation. When we allow our minds to be dominated by negative emotions, such as anger, fear, or desire, we lose our sense of peace and power. By cultivating awareness and practicing mindfulness, meditation, and other Buddhist teachings, we can regain control over our thoughts and emotions, ultimately reclaiming our personal power. Lessons from Buddhist stories. One of the most powerful stories in Buddhism is that of Siddhartha Gautama, who became the Buddha. Siddhartha was born into privilege. He had wealth, comfort, and status. Yet, despite having everything society would consider desirable, he felt dissatisfied with life. He saw that all of life is impermanent and that material wealth and status did not bring lasting peace. He left behind his comfortable life to seek the truth and understand the nature of suffering. Through deep meditation and self-reflection, Siddhartha discovered that true power comes not from external achievements but from understanding the nature of suffering and letting go of attachment. He realized that liberation and peace come from within, from mastering the mind and dissolving attachment to material things. His path to enlightenment is a powerful reminder that true power is not found in wealth or status, but in spiritual clarity and inner peace. Buddhist methods for reclaiming personal power. Buddhism offers practical methods for reclaiming personal power and peace. These methods are tools that anyone can integrate into their daily life to regain control over their thoughts, emotions, and actions. Some of the most effective practices include meditation. Meditation is one of the core practices in Buddhism. Through meditation, we learn to quiet the mind, letting go of the constant noise of thoughts and emotions. It is a practice of mindfulness that cultivates awareness, reduces stress, and helps us regain clarity in the face of life's challenges. Mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in each moment, observing our thoughts and emotions without judgment. By practicing mindfulness, we can respond to life's challenges with calm and clarity, rather than reacting impulsively or out of fear. Non-attachment. Buddhism teaches the importance of letting go of attachment, whether to material things, people, or outcomes. When we let go of attachment, we free ourselves from the anxiety and fear that arise from holding on too tightly to what is fleeting. This is a powerful way to regain control over our emotions and find peace. Compassion. Compassion is central to Buddhist teachings. By developing empathy for others, and for ourselves, we dissolve anger and resentment. This practice of compassion helps us build emotional resilience and restores our sense of power. By incorporating these practices into our daily lives, we can reconnect with our personal power and create a life that is more peaceful, balanced, and fulfilling. Real-life examples. Thich Nhat Hanh, a renowned Vietnamese Buddhist monk, is a prime example of someone who embodies the principles of Buddhist practice. Despite facing war, exile, and personal suffering, Thich Nhat Hanh remained calm and centered throughout his life. His teachings on mindfulness, peace, and compassion have inspired millions around the world, demonstrating that, through Buddhist practices, one can reclaim personal power even in the most challenging circumstances. In the upcoming sections, we will delve further into the reasons why many people lose their personal power, as well as explore more specific Buddhist practices and teachings that can help you regain control over your life and emotions. Through this process, you will learn how to develop greater self-awareness, resilience, and ultimately, freedom. Reclaiming your personal power is an empowering journey that can transform not only your mind but your entire life. Part 3. Why we lose our personal power. The external pressures we face. In modern society, the sources of external pressure seem endless. The demands of work, the expectations of family and friends, societal norms, and even the relentless pace of technological advancement can overwhelm us. We are constantly bombarded with messages about who we should be, what we should achieve, and how we should live our lives. This can lead us to feel like we are living for others, rather than for ourselves. In Buddhist teachings, this external pressure is akin to attachment, the desire to please others or conform to societal expectations, which ultimately drains our personal power. When we are overly attached to external validation, we lose sight of our true nature and become disconnected from our inner strength. The power of self-awareness. One of the key reasons we lose our personal power is a lack of self-awareness. We often go through life on autopilot, reacting to external events without fully understanding how they are affecting us. We are so caught up in the noise of the world that we forget to check in with ourselves. This lack of mindfulness leads to emotional exhaustion, burnout, and the erosion of our sense of self. Buddhism emphasizes the importance of self-awareness as a tool to reclaim personal power. Through practices like meditation and mindfulness, we become more attuned to our thoughts, emotions, and reactions. We begin to see that much of our suffering is caused by our attachments to the past or anxieties about the future. By developing awareness of the present moment, we can free ourselves from these distractions and regain control of our inner lives. The role of fear and desire. Another significant factor that robs us of our personal power is our relationship with fear and desire. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, and the desire for approval or material success can drive us to make decisions that don't align with our true values. We often find ourselves pursuing goals that others have set for us or striving for external markers of success, even if they don't bring us true happiness. Buddhism teaches that fear and desire are the root causes of suffering. Our attachment to these feelings creates a cycle of craving and aversion that keeps us trapped in a state of dissatisfaction. The Buddha's teachings guide us to confront our fears and desires, not by resisting them but by understanding their impermanence. Once we let go of our attachment to these emotions, we regain our personal power and find a deeper, lasting peace. Part 4. How Buddhism can help you reclaim your power. Embracing impermanence. Buddhism teaches that everything is impermanent. Our thoughts, emotions, experiences, and even our lives are constantly changing. This understanding of impermanence is a crucial step in reclaiming our personal power. When we accept that nothing is permanent, we can stop clinging to things that no longer serve us and let go of our fear of loss. By embracing impermanence, we are freed from the anxiety of trying to control everything. We realize that we can choose how to respond to life's changes, rather than being swept away by them. This shift in perspective allows us to regain a sense of control, inner peace, and strength, even amidst the uncertainties of life. Practicing non-attachment. One of the most powerful teachings in Buddhism is the concept of non-attachment. Attachment to people, outcomes, or material possessions can lead to suffering. When we cling to these things, we create a false sense of security that ultimately robs us of our true power. The more we let go of attachments, the more we are able to live in alignment with our true selves. Non-attachment is not about rejecting life or its pleasures, but about finding freedom from the need to control or hold on to anything. This freedom enables us to experience life more fully and with less stress, as we no longer tie our happiness to external conditions. Non-attachment is about finding balance and peace within ourselves, regardless of what is happening outside. Developing compassion. Compassion, both for ourselves and others, is a cornerstone of Buddhist practice. When we show compassion, we release the grip of judgment, criticism, and resentment. These negative emotions drain our energy and weaken our sense of personal power. By cultivating compassion, we shift our focus from what we lack or fear, to what we can give and share with others. Practicing self-compassion is particularly important. Often, We are our harshest critics. But through self-compassion, we allow ourselves the space to heal and grow. Compassion enables us to let go of guilt and shame, which are powerful barriers to personal power. It teaches us that we are all worthy of love and understanding, regardless of our past or present circumstances. Cultivating mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in each moment, without judgment. By cultivating mindfulness, we can stop reacting mindlessly to life's challenges and instead respond with wisdom and clarity. This mindfulness allows us to pause before acting, creating space between stimulus and reaction. In this space, we can choose the response that aligns with our values and priorities. Mindfulness is a practical tool for regaining personal power because it helps us avoid being swept away by negative emotions, stress, or impulsive behaviors. It helps us maintain emotional balance, even in difficult situations, and allows us to act from a place of awareness and intentionality. Part 5. The Transformation. Reclaiming your personal power. The journey to inner peace. Reclaiming your personal power is a transformative journey that begins with self-awareness and culminates in inner peace. It is a path that invites you to challenge the assumptions, fears, and attachments that have shaped your life. As you take each step along this path, through meditation, mindfulness, non-attachment, and compassion, you will begin to feel the weight of external pressures lift. You will discover that your true power was never lost. It was simply buried beneath layers of distraction and fear. Buddhism offers a timeless roadmap for this journey. By applying its teachings to your everyday life, you will begin to see that your power comes not from external achievements or approval, but from the peace and clarity that arise when you are aligned with your true self. This inner power is unshakable, because it is not dependent on circumstances or the approval of others. Living authentically. The ultimate goal of reclaiming your personal power is to live authentically. When you live authentically, you make decisions based on your values, not on external pressures or fleeting desires. You find peace in the present moment and let go of the need to control the future. You accept yourself as you are, imperfections and all, and live with the knowledge that you are enough. As you continue to practice the principles of Buddhism, you will develop greater resilience, emotional stability, and peace of mind. You will stop seeking validation from the outside world and begin to realize that the only validation you need comes from within. The more you reconnect with your true self, the more empowered and free you will feel. Conclusion. The power to transform your life. Reclaiming your personal power is not about perfection, it's about progress. It's about taking the small, everyday steps toward greater self-awareness, peace, and freedom. It's about choosing to let go of what no longer serves you and embracing the practices that bring you closer to your true self. Through the teachings of Buddhism, through mindfulness, non-attachment, compassion, and awareness, you can begin to rediscover the strength that lies within you. You can overcome external pressures, transcend fear and desire, and create a life that is more authentic, peaceful, and fulfilling. Remember, your true power is not found in what you have or what others think of you. It is found in your ability to master your own mind, cultivate peace in your heart, and live in alignment with your values. By reclaiming your personal power, you can transform your life from the inside out. Are you ready to take the first step on this transformative journey? The path to reclaiming your personal power is waiting for you, and the only thing you need to do is begin.